Hey friends, it's Mari here. This is the sketch that I'm going to be using as part of Sketch Week over at Scrapbook Nerd. And I'm going to be using this photograph here to scrapbook rather than a 5x7 photo, which is what the sketch suggested. I'm going to be using this cut file from Just Nick called Let's Go. And I'm just going to take some sunny days patterned paper from the Crepe Paper Sunny Days collection, and I'm going to back my cut file with that paper. I'm using the 6x8 paper pad here to cut out this really pretty gold foiled pink paper that has birds on it, seabirds. And I'm just going to trim around where I've traced that letter L. And then I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back of my cut file and glue that onto that pink patterned paper. And I'll do that with a bunch of other papers until I've got the Let's Go completely backed with that pattern paper. And you could see from the sketch that a large title was suggested, and a cut file is a really easy way to create a large title. And so that was why I chose a cut file for my title here. So you can see there it's all backed, and you can also see here that I have decided to make my layout an 8.5x11 layout. I thought about making it 12x12, but I thought it might be kind of interesting to show adapting a 12x12 layout or sketch to an 8.5x11. It's super simple to do. It just changes the scale a little bit and takes away possibly some of the embellishment possibilities that might have been suggested on that sketch. So I'm going to create an embellishment cluster to the left of my photograph, just like in the sketch, and then I'm also going to leave a little bit of a spot above that for some journaling. So the really cool thing when you're scaling it down and you're also scaling down the size of your photo is it allows you to fit a little bit more stuff in, right? So instead of that 5x7, my photograph here is 5x3. So it's quite a bit smaller than the suggested photo size there. Now what I wanted to do is take some foam adhesive and add that to the back of my cut file. And you can see here, I'm just going to put that down and then take that release paper off the back. And that will give my title a little bit of dimension on my layout as well. So I'm just working on a piece of 8.5x11 white cardstock here. And so it's a really clean, it's a really simple layout. It comes together very quickly, as do layouts often when you're using a sketch. So if you're at that place where your mojo is running low and you just really need some inspiration, I always find that a sketch is the perfect thing to get me going. And I love the sketch that we're using this week. I think it's really cool. And there's so many ways that you could create a really cool and unique design using that sketch as a jumping off point. So I'm just going to take that release paper off and you'll see me sticking it down here right away. And then I will be ready to work on the embellishments for the rest of my layout. I really love this Crepe Paper Sunny Days collection. It's perfect for the photograph that I'm using this week. This is a photo of my daughter and her husband when they were on their honeymoon in November of last year. So just this past November, they were in Australia for 3 weeks. And part of their trip was a sailing adventure to the Whitsundays. And they had such an amazing time. They went with another couple and they rented this sailboat and they sailed through to the Whitsundays. So it was a lot of fun. And this photograph is just so beautiful. You can see the beautiful white sand and the lovely, lovely ocean, the blue water and the blue sky. It's just a gorgeous photo. I love it. And so the title is going to be Let's Go to Oz. And the smaller glittery foam alphas are from the Sunny Days collection as well. And I think Joy probably still has some of this collection in the shop. You can check it out. But I mean, obviously use whatever collection you want. If you're working on, if it's a summery layout that you're working on, this collection's perfect because it is definitely all about sunny days in summer. And so I just really wanted to use it for this layout today because it goes along perfectly with my summery theme. So I wanted to start to really get some embellishments going here. I'm not even going to create any kind of a mat behind my photo. I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down and start working on the embellishments here. I'm going to use several of the die cuts from the collection, including this airplane, which I'm going to have just kind of flying through the word go. And I'm going to adhere some foam adhesive squares to the back of that airplane. I think I'm doing that, and I apologize if I do this all off camera. I'm not sure why I did that. Maybe I'm just looking for my foam squares on my desk though. And so I am going to just use some smaller foam adhesive squares on the back of that small airplane and get that stuck down. So if you have used the Sunny Days collection already and you wanted to leave a comment in the comment section below, let me know what you did with the collection. If you created a mini book with it, if you did some project life with it, if you did 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11, let me know how you used this collection. I feel like there's so many things you could do with it, including card making and lots of different creative ways to use it. It's just a really fun and beautiful collection. What's your favorite manufacturer out there if you've got one? I happen to really love crepe paper. I have a lot of favorites, I'm not going to lie, but crepe paper ranks right up there, and I love everything that they come out with. And of course, Maggie Holmes is a huge part of my stash. I love all of her stuff. I don't literally have Maggie Holmes in my stash. That's not what I meant. But I definitely have all of her collections. I have every single one, and I love her creations. Her collections are so pretty. Love them. Now I do want to create a little bit of dimension with my embellishments here. So I'm going to put that first layer down flat, I believe. And then I'm going to start to build some dimension by using some foam adhesive on the other pieces that I'm going to add on there, including this little circle die cut. And then I'm going to use some of the puffy stickers, some of the hearts, and then some of the cardstock stickers in behind as well. And there's so many really fun stickers as part of this collection. There's literally hundreds of stickers with Sunny Days. And I really love that one. I think it's 6x8 sticker pack that you can get with the collection that's got all kinds of different phrase stickers and little icons, all kinds of things, labels and so on. And it's lots of fun. Some of them are kind of translucent as well, which is sort of neat. And I am going to use one of those stickers from that. Actually, a couple of them, a couple of the airplanes, one of the phrase stickers that says sun and sand. And I'm actually going to use a couple of flip-flop stickers as well from that sticker book. So this is really in slow motion. I apologize. I should have sped this up a little bit, but it's just really going slow. So I apologize for that. But I believe what I am doing is just looking through all of the different stickers and such and trying to decide what I wanted to use here in the different areas. Now, when I'm adding embellishments, I always try to add things tightly together in the white space, if that makes sense. So for example, I don't like things to just be sort of like floating out in no man's land. I like to keep things tight together in the white space that's available. So that will be the method that I use when I'm sticking things down here. So I am going to put a little cluster to the top and the right of the photograph there, which was suggested in the sketch. I'm going to just use a few stickers in that area there and get those stuck down and create a cluster there for a little bit of detail. I did want to tell you guys, this is my last project for Scrapbook Nerd. I've really loved being part of the team. It's been wonderful. Joy has been a joy, literally, to work with. And I was so excited to be invited to be part of the team about 1.5 years ago. And this is my last project. I am stepping down from the team. And I just have loved every minute of it. It's been wonderful. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Scrapbook Nerd and to Joy. Please make sure you check the description box below. I am going to leave a link and to the shop. And right away here, there's going to be a transition and you can see my finished layout. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by today. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you here on my channel really soon. Bye-bye.